Hi, and happy Halloween! We are back in American Truck Simulator doing the Witches of Brackenreach World of Trucks event. Trying to finish it up. We got 7 more deliveries to go. Let's see if we can get going on it, right? Let's go ahead, hop in the driver's seat. Making sure my audio is good. So we're good on that. So hope you guys are having a wonderful Halloween so far. It's early yet. It's Halloween. It's gonna be okay. Buttons. There we go. Might up if I press the right button. So we are in the Kenworth W900 here. We are currently in Brackenreach, waiting to pick up a load. We just finished the last delivery we had. Unfortunately, it was the first delivery here in American Truck Simulator. Last stream we did Euro Truck Simulator for the beginning half. Well, I don't want to say beginning half, majority of the stream. Unfortunately, it just takes a really long time getting to and from the castle. So we had a little bit of issues with that, but we are back trying to finish it up. I only have a few hours to do this today. I'm setting a time limit of 3.5 hours for the stream. So after that point, regardless of where we are, I'm no longer able to stream the rest of the night. I have a bunch of plans. We're going to be handing out candy, and then also got a Halloween party to go to. So let's go ahead, fire it up. We're going to be in a manual 18-speed transmission in this W900. Let's head over here, pick up our load. So we are currently in Brackenreach at the Castle Brackenhelm. Pick up our load. I also changed a couple of the mods I was using. Actually, the one mod I was using, and that was the fall weather. I don't know how else to really describe it. Let's see. Santa Maria, California. It's a long drive, but we can do that one. Starting off with that one. Del Rio, Texas. Do that as well. Salem, Oregon. They're kind of longer drives. They all pay the same. It's just a matter of how much. So 73.30 something a mile. It's just how much I want to drive. I'll do the Del Rio, Texas, since our truck is from. I think we're actually from Oklahoma, but my main base in this profile is Dallas, Texas. So do Tulsa. Now we'll do the Del Rio. Quite line that up yet. we go. I'm gonna do something real quick here. I'm gonna go to the title screen here. I'm gonna add one more mod. I meant to do this beforehand. Actually, 2 mods. Let's do 3. Typically don't use mods in this profile, but if I'm going to use mods, I'm going to use mods. It's kind of what I am when playing Fallout. And next thing you know, you have like 90 mods in a profile. It happens. I got my coffee with me. Got my water. I'm going to drive. We got to discover a couple things. I think we only discovered really one thing here left. Look at that truck and trailer combo. That is so cool. So, mods that I'm using, as you guys saw, maybe you weren't paying attention, or you're joining it stream a little bit later. It's fine. I'm using the Realistic Physics mod, available on Steam. Sound Physics pack. Late Autumn mod that changes like all the textures of the trees and leaves and all that stuff. That is also available on Steam. Actually, no, that is not available on Steam. That is available by Grimes. So I have that, and then also the Realistic Mirror FOV, which is a lot better. So those are the mods that I'm using on this profile. It's typically the mods that I use on any profile. Go nice and slow. We're going to go right up here. So now I actually have to fix my convex mirrors on this. Because the base game, they're so far out. Here, they're right where they need to be. I can still see the side of the truck. But now I can see a lot more through the convex. If anything, I need to push my other mirrors out too. Nah, I'll leave those. Just the smokestacks are in the way. That's fine. To adjust my seat, raise that a little bit higher up. I like to sit nice and high in the cab. Alright, we're gonna go this way. I was in second. Thought I was in fourth. Are we good? We're good. No wheel cam again. I have to get a new webcam if I'm going to do that. In which case then I might look at getting 2 of them, just because so that way you guys can have 2 angles. I know a lot of other YouTubers that play this game have typically 2 cameras. I typically had 1. Bare minimum, I'm looking at getting another one, but I might look at getting 2 depending. It also depends on price. I won't be able to get it for a while yet, but maybe in the upcoming months be able to. Kind of a shame about the camera, thinking it just got damaged in the move. I reach out to Razer, see if they'd be willing to replace it for me. I'm sure I can find the receipt somewhere for it. I don't have the original box. I need to change that too. Might as well, since we're starting out here. Need that toggle. There we go. That's better. So like I said, a few mods playing with. There, we're gonna go this way. This is the Witch's Hut. And when we get back, I actually, because we discovered this in Euro Truck yesterday during the stream, we actually got an item that we can put on our truck. So we're going to do that when we get back. So I'm curious on how that will be. There's a little witch's hut. Nice little cool area, I love it. Love the spookiness of this. I do have music to play in the background as well as we drive through the spooky areas. That's loud. There we go. So I'll have that be playing as we drive through this. See the witches right there. As we almost take out their fence. Don't want them to cast a spell on me. Slow down the windows as we drive through this. We'll make a right-hand turn here. We'll leave the Jake on as we come downhill. This is a long downgrade. It's a nice view, but it is a really dicey. Let's actually go left. Why not? We did that once in Euro Truck, so let's do it here now. I need to move my seat a little bit closer. There we go. Alright, so this is going to be a little dicey because our bumper is pretty low. And we also have a really long wheelbase. So you gotta take things extra wide. I love the echo of this. Watch out for the rocks. Now this is a cave. Unlike the Missouri caves, this is a real cave. Oh, this is sketchy. Look at that to the right. Just slow crawl through it. Nice and easy. I'm gonna turn that off. It's actually kind of annoying. Our sleeve ends up resetting every time we go through the portal anyway. But it takes so long to get through this. That we'd end up getting a fine unnecessarily. Ooh, it's a tight squeeze. We got it. Going nice and slow. But today is Halloween, All Hallows Eve, Day of the Dead. Well, not the Hispanic version of Day of the Dead, but that's separate, I believe. might be mistaken on that. I'm not Hispanic, so. Go to ask a friend of mine, but I can just also Google it. Save myself the embarrassment. But a lot of trick-or-treating today. I'm actually going to be handing out candy at my in-laws later today. And then going to a Halloween costume party afterwards at a friend's house. That'd be fun to do. I missed the past few years of doing that just because of work. So it's nice to be able to actually do it for once. So you got a costume all ready and everything. I'm going to be going softball while I go figure. I was kind of going as a little bit of the lone wanderer. So I got a Vault 33 jumpsuit, actual jumpsuit, which is really cool. Borrowing a Pip-Boy that family member has, my father-in-law, appreciate you. So I got that. And then I got like the suit came with like this leather straps for like leather armor, which is really cool. So it kind of goes with the costume. So that's what I went with last weekend. I took my nieces and nephews out out for trick-or-treating because they had trick-or-treating last weekend. We have it this weekend. Unfortunately, they're not able to go, but it is what it is. But I might make some alterations to my costume, change it up a little bit for a surprise for my buddies based upon what I do for work. Some of you guys might know already. Those of you who do not, I don't really want to spell it out, but I like to keep that part of my life a little bit private here on the YouTube side. But for anybody who knows me or anybody who's I mean, the clues are there, so you can probably figure it out if you really tried really hard, but I'm not gonna give it to you, you know. Slow rolling it in third gear. Leave my Jake on. Letting the Jake slow me down a little bit. So I don't want to go too fast. I don't want to flip like we did last stream. Probably the biggest challenge of this event is the first time that you go through it, you have to discover the hidden roads, as we're doing now, coming down this mountain. But going through the swamp is a maze. I tried doing it last stream at the last one we did for ETS2, and I did it without GPS, and I got lost. So it is very tricky. You have to remember the steps you turn, or the turns that you make, and it's easy to get confused. And that was with a cab over. Now we got a full nose Kenworth, big cab, probably a 45-foot trailer. You guys probably saw. You guys saw it in the last stream. The end of it. It was a tight squeeze getting this thing through the swamp. So we have to be very mindful of that, which route that we're taking. We might have to go a different way, but I feel like either way, we're still going to make some tight turns, and it's going to be a little dicey. I think we're going to end up rubbing against some trees. And then there's nothing I can really do about it. But we'll see what we can do once we get down here. Alright, make this left-hand turn. So turn fatigue simulation off for this event, just because we've already been over our hours. Probably turn that Jake off now. Get back into the swamp. But if you guys are joining in, feel free to comment in the chat. I have the chat pulled up on my left, so I'll be able to talk with you guys throughout the entire stream. Look forward to talk with you guys, hearing what you have to say. Feel free to ask questions, talk about whatever. I'm here to answer those questions, or just to talk in general. All the way out. Nice and slow. Once we get to these tighter areas, so we gotta really watch our spacing. Actually, you know what? I need to adjust this mirror. It's a little too far out there. That's a little better. Yeah, that's way better. Straight. Turn. I think I can turn. say far left, and then try to swing right. Can I go straight? Where does straight bring me? Okay, we'll try straight. I don't think it's a shortcut, but we can try it. No, it's not a shortcut. It's just a loop. That's right. It's worth a shot. So that means that area that we're about to go into is the tightest spot. That hairpin turn on the map there. This is where it's going to get tricky. The rest of it I can manage for the most part. There's a couple on areas, if we take a different path, that's very, very similar. But either way, you're making these really tight turns for a truck this size. I don't really have good shots of this. Using the cinematic camera. And it's just kind of doing the same thing. Tight. Yep, we're against a tree. I had a feeling that was going to happen. We stalled it. That's the problem with this spot right here. Go in the swamp. think we just gotta pull the tree around, or pull the trailer around the tree. Use pores. Oh, we're getting it. Barely, but we got it. Navigate this area though. Throw that diff lock on. Yeah, we're scraping right now. I'm just pulling it. Scraping the trailer. We don't have a choice. I knew it was going to happen. Here, at least we have a little more room to turn right. I'm still going to scrape. Pull it. This truck's got enough power, we can do it. Since we're through this area, I can turn my diff lock off. I knew that area was going to be tough for this truck and trailer combo. We made it. There we go. Alright. Now it looks like fall. Now it starts to look like fall. Still got a little bit of trees that have green on them, but a lot of them are starting to become bare. And when we make our delivery, grab another one, and then we'll stop by the a service center and customize the truck a little bit because we unlocked something with last stream. Want to grab that. I also saw that the community goal has already been reached, which is really surprising. But we're still contributing with our personal deliveries here. Definitely feels like autumn, that's for sure. What's the truck say? 60 degrees. That's about right. Almost midday and it's only 60 degrees? That sounds about right. So if you guys are wondering, mods that I'm using in this profile, normally this is a pure vanilla profile, but because of the event I wanted to bring in the autumn season mod by Grimes. So that is the one I'm using. It's going to be late fall for 1.56. And then I'm also using the realistic truck physics available on Steam. I'm not sure of the author name. And then with that, I'm also using the sound physics pack available on Steam, and then another one that, as you guys can hear that sound as I shift gears, it's the air transmission sounds that were taken out of the game for some reason a while back, one of the very later updates. That is also available on Steam. So the only mod not available on Steam is the Grimes season pack, or season mod, which you can get on his website. Just look up Grimes. Honestly, if you just Google it, like ATS or ETS2 seasons mod, you can find it. Just go to his website, download it straight from there. That's the only place I would recommend doing it. Just be careful when doing so if you choose to do that, to make sure you don't get any viruses as you download it. Don't click on anything that looks like it could be a scam or a virus, because I'm not going to be reliable for that. But that is what I'm using. So only 5 mods. Typically I run a lot more than that, but for the event here I wanted to have a little bit in here. And then I also have the realistic Mirror FOV mod also available on Steam, because if I'm going to run mods, I am going to run the mods. I don't have to run all of them, but I want to at least make it enjoyable. My other profile, the owner-operators profile, that one I have run a lot more mods on. That changes the game a lot more. And if you guys are wondering how I'm looking around, left, right, side to side, up, down, it's not doing my head tilt anymore. It was before. I might have to go back and change the config settings for that. But I am using TrackIR. It is a head tracking software that I have. I've had it for a really long time. Other YouTubers use it. You guys are familiar with Jeff Fabiano. He is the one that used it before me, and kind of is the reason, watching his videos is the reason why I got it. Otherwise, Toby eye tracking, also has head tracking, which also works. And the game is native for both. I think actually the game better supports Toby than it does Track IR, but I think Toby is a little bit more expensive, but don't quote me on that. For me, it doesn't make sense to switch over unless something happens, knock on wood, to my current setup. I don't need my J-Con, but might as well. No, I'm not double clutching. I'm giving my knee a break. I hit leg day the other day. My legs are still tired. Honestly, I'm surprised I'm even doing manual transmission, but because it's a Kenworth, that's the reason why I'm doing it. And I didn't pay for the shift knob that I'm using by ATS Accessories for nothing. You guys would see all this if my webcam didn't break. Unfortunately, it did. So it is what it is. How far of a trip are we making with this? Well, a pretty decent trip to Del Rio. Oh, there is a service station nearby too. Cool. So as soon as we get into Del Rio, we can also visit that service station. So we unlocked a spooky horn for our truck. My goal with this stream is we're just going to try to get the event done. After this, we'll have 6 more deliveries, so 3 deliveries there and back. And I don't see why we wouldn't be able to get them done. Unfortunately, if we don't, I'm going to have to finish it some other day, which is not what I wanted. I wanted to be able to finish it before Halloween. That didn't happen, so we're going to finish it on Halloween, and hopefully that happens. If that doesn't, then maybe I can finish it tomorrow, or I don't know. We'll figure it out, but my fingers are crossed that we're able to get it done today. This physics mod really makes it harder to stop. I really like this physics mod. I've tried a few other ones, but this is the one that's by far my favorite. There was another one that Mike Pettit used to be known as... What was he? What was his handle before that he changed his name? I don't know. Modded ATS. So if you guys know Modded ATS or Mike Pettit, he used this physics mod before, because that's where I got the idea of doing the Owner Operator series from. So shout out to him. And then also the No GPS series that I was doing when I was doing strictly the California one last year. But I tried out that physics mod and I was not happy with it. The issue that I ran into is it didn't matter what truck I was using, it was always really slow when it came up to getting up to highway speeds. Now I know trucks are slower than normal cars, so it takes them a while. An old term that I learned is rolls can hardly. A lot of trucks are that, and what that stands for is it rolls down one hill, can hardly make it up on another. It's an old term that I got from my mom, but because my father used to drive trucks, so I know that trucks take a while to get up to speed, but these with that mod installed, I couldn't even get up to 55, let alone 60. And this is like 70 miles an hour, 75. I couldn't even do that in a full powered truck that had 600 horsepower, unless I was bobtailed. So that became an issue. So I didn't like using it. There's also another issue when I switched over to, like, I think I had a modded, like, Peterbilt cab over, and that also, like, the physics on that thing just were out of whack. I didn't like using it. I have not tried this mod with a cab over, a John Reuter Peterbilt, but I think there's a disclaimer that this mod does not support the cab over trucks, so I probably won't use it, but it's still really cool nonetheless. I feel like I like how the trucks behave. It feels a lot more authentic. The RPMs don't drop like they do in the cars. At least they did before the mod, kind of like a car does, like the RPMs just drop. It actually has that hang time to allow you to get that nice smooth flow for the shifting of the gears. You guys can see what I mean when I shift here. Because I like to float the gears, I don't really like to use the clutch when I go an upshift. I typically only use the clutch when I'm downshifting, but here, nice float, gives you plenty of time to find your gear and get ready for it and get you right in. I don't have to sit there rush. Perfect, nice and easy. So that is a nice thing about that, especially when you want to be on the realistic side of everything. So that I've gotten used to that. Anytime I drive manual, that's what I'm doing. And then when I downshift, that's when I'll use the clutch. I'm technically supposed to rev match, but sometimes it's a little bit harder because of the scale of the game. I've been working on it though. Doing my best with rev matching. It's just a little tricky. You're gonna want to be in the left lane up here. That being said, I've also stalled the truck a lot more because of that. Because you actually feel like you have weight. We got a train coming. There we go. I missed the RPM. So here, you get the rev match here. I can't do it. I lost my gear. I'll try it on this next intersection. Try to do that rev match on the downshift. It doesn't help when we're going so slow, because then I just use the brake anyway. If I have time to rev match and all that stuff, because that's a big thing, is you need time for all this. And sometimes, because of the scale of this game, everything happens so quickly. Technically, if you rev match, you can also float the gear. Downshift, or while downshifting. Let's try this here. So yeah, I was nowhere near the RPM. By the time I release the clutch, I'm nowhere near it. Not for lack of trying. I'm just need practice at it. Thankfully, this game is really forgiving when it comes to that. Oh, got a green arrow. Sometimes I grind. Usually I find it though. It especially helps when the split shifts, because then I even have enough time to do the split shift and find that gear. It's really nice. So overall, a really great mod. I highly recommend it. If you guys give it a shot, check it out on Steam. If you go back to the beginning, when I added the mods in, you guys can see what mod it is. Because I don't know the name of it off the top of my head. It's not a mod review stream. It's just it's a Halloween stream. Floating it on downshift. I'm actually able to do that better than using the clutch and trying to rev match. Because you know what area it needs to be in order to go into gear. Typically it's like 300 to 400 RPM. A couple exceptions. Missed it a little bit, but I got it. So let's swing wide. Gonna have to kind of maneuver around a little bit of this building. Go this way. This trailer to kind of turn around this building. I'm gonna roll down my window. There we go. We're gonna push it this way. We're gonna follow it. We're gonna idle. Trailer gets more in line. Once we clear that building, we can start bringing it back the other way. I need to pull a little bit forward. So it's straight. smokestacks are in the way. I can see the trailer a little bit. Wait for it to turn green. There we go. Perfect delivery. Disconnect the trailer. So that took us an hour to do that. That's gotta love it. They do have some Halloween treats going back to Brackenreach, so we do take that. I had to stretch there for a minute. So we'll grab our trailer, wherever that's at. It's gonna be right over there. Pit stop on the way to the portal. I'm not under it. I need to move over to the right. Not in the groove, it's kind of on the lip of it. Fifth wheel. There we go, that's a bit better. Perfect! Push in our trailer. There. Now let's head to the shop. So let's make a right out of here. Go ahead and modify our truck a little bit. Alright. So we unlocked spooky horns. That's not it. There we are. Halloween bugaboo. These are all part of the sound fixes back, so those are all separate. But That looks awesome. I love it. Let's see if we want to change anything else. Be cool if we had a pumpkin one. Alright, let's look at the paint schemes. And we're going to go to that one and Halloween. Just to see what we got. So we got, I don't really like that one. I like the All Hallows Eve. Actually, I think that's all that there is. Or that one. Yeah, All Hallows Eve is going to be the best. Yep. So we'll stick with the All Hallows Eve. I like that. That one we'll just have to survive with. I don't think there's anything else as far as like decorations. So I think pretty much is what it is. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything. You got the Scarecrow, but I like the Hanging Bat. We got the Ghost. Spooky Spider, which I like the Ghost more. I think last year I used a Spooky Spider. I don't know if I don't think I recorded that though. Yep, so that's pretty much it. We're just going to change the horns. And what do we have as far as engine size? Yeah, we have a 600, 600 horsepower Cummins. I'm pretty sure we're good. So, alright. Change that. Let's see what this horn sounds like. That is cool. I love it. Alright, let's go to the portal now. Oh, where is one? Down south. We were just there, though. Is that the only portal? I think that's the only portal. Is that one. Between Del Rio and Laredo. Laredo. Why can't I talk? I don't know. We'll probably have to go there. I'm gonna make a 49 miles. Why would I go this way? Why would I go this way if this way's quicker? Like, look at that. Oh, wait. Never mind. I guess it's a bit longer. Because it doesn't tell you the full trip time. Okay. But we're going to go that way. I love that horn, though. That is really cool. That's funny. I don't know what I was expecting, but that's better than what I was expecting. Laredo, not Laredo. Laredo. I don't know why I can't talk today. horn's better. Nice try, train. My horn is better than yours. Why am I blinking around for that? I wish it kind of would, like, as I eased out of the clutch, it would... like, ease back into it. I don't know. That's a little bit better. I just have to go slow. Easing out of the clutch. It's a good way to burn your clutch up, though. Meanwhile, I still got this really annoying city horn. Make some music. 52 miles to go until we get to the portal. get a full tank every time you go through the portal as well. I know it fixes our truck. This acts just like it did in the Winterland. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Eerily quiet. The truck looks really, really good though. It's really cool. Alright. We're gonna try to go a different way now. Now that we know the way to go, let's go the other way to go. Let's see if that one's any better for maneuvering the truck around. We're gonna go right at this first junction. You guys can't go left. Road's blocked. So we're gonna go right here. I turn my blinker on. Out of habit, I guess. Oh, I don't know if this is gonna be any better. We'll see. That tree branch is gone though. That's for sure. Hairpin. See how we're doing on this tree. Oh, this is tight. We're gonna scrape. Yep, we are. Not as bad. Yet. This might be worse. Let's put it in low. We're gonna scrape. I can already see it coming. Yep. We're just gonna have to pull the trailer around. Oh, truck's not liking this. Another one. Okay, this way it's maybe not be as good. I think it's a horse apiece though. Just leave it on low with the block on because we're probably gonna have to pull the trailer around these trees. I'm going to take this way again. Nope, not at all. The other way's better. Not by much, but it is better. get past this, we'll be good. There we go. Either way, we're going to scrape the trailer against the trees. There's no avoiding it at all. We'll go left. Oh, we can't go left. Thought this connected. It's not. So we'll go the opposite way then. We'll come down that little dragon slayer. Sharp left. Trailer's clearing it. Barely, but it cleared it. No, left. Then we go right. Out the route's kind of outlined though. It's a lot easier and faster to go. This truck definitely was the right truck to use if we're going to be pulling trailers around trees, because we have the power to do it. Plus it just looks mean. It just looks mean. I'm not going to test my luck by stopping on this hill, but I feel confident enough this truck, if I engage diff lock, will be able to come up or start on a stop. I just got to keep the speed up a little bit. Hairpin up here is where we flipped in last stream in Euro Truck, so we're going to be cautious on that. We're going to go a little bit slower. We still need to keep our speed. So we're going to probably put it in third. Yep, we're able to do it in third. where the split gears comes in handy. And then floating becomes real nice. Look at that. Got enough power to get up this hill. Easy. We struggled with this last time. We're gonna go right through the cave again. Just because I want to hear this horn. See what I mean? It has the power to just pull. I love it. A little tight. Let's just hear that horn. I absolutely love it. Love it. Plug left. Find good wheel space in here. There's no way that this would support this truck. Especially when I stop like that. But I want to look at this. Is it bad? I really want to explore it. It also gives me Fallout vibes. But it's barely enough to clear the smokestacks. Barely enough. Crap. That's not what I wanted. Try the brake. Try the brake. Every time. At least I know I can start from a dead stop. Almost to the castle. Nope. Okay. just do a quick one. Quick one is a very loose term because it takes forever to get through this. There we go. So we're gonna go down here. That might connect. Save us that. You still have to worry about this area though. Fortunately, I wish there was a shortcut that we can discover that's right here, but there is none. And then the next round we'll go this way. So I'm trying to think of how we do that because this area is even worse. Connect that and go here. That's probably the best way. Even if we go this way. Probably this way. Yeah. Figure it out. Nope. What am I doing? I can do this. That tree there, I'll give it a shot. Chance here. Make this right. lock on. It's not as bad. Still a challenge, but it's not as bad as the other side. Get out of there. I had that block on. I'll be right back. Oh man, I needed a break. A little short break there. These deliveries take a while.
Please leave your message.
All right. All right. Nothing up where we're at. I might have to go elsewhere. Yeah. Let's head to Kansas City. Start heading that way. Got a bobtail, Kansas City. Pretty sure they'll have a trip back. Fortunately, this is just taking a lot longer than I thought, because getting in and out of Brackenreach is kind of a long process. Might only have enough time for one more delivery, and we'll have to end the stream after that. How many more do we have to do? Should be 12. So one more after this. Okay. I don't think I'll be able to do it though. As much as I want to finish this event in the stream, I don't think we're going to be able to. I just don't think it's possible. Won't have enough time. Because by the time we get through this and actually drop this load off, we'll be pretty pressed for time. I wonder if there's actually a way to go this way. Like, maybe? I'm gonna try something. It might not work. It probably won't work, but I still want to try it. Yep. There's no way to do it. There's an invisible wall there. That's what I thought. It's a tree. Through. It'll come. Yeah, this way's a lot easier. And now we too fast, but still go a little bit faster, especially now that we know where we're going. This corner. A little sharp. We're not quite there yet. Okay. Turn the wheel. Pretty sharp. Straighten her out. Trailer's following. Good. Make this right. We're going to make another right after this one. Right here. Left. There we go. Now we can climb the mountain. Not trying to rush, but I'm also trying to rush because we only got about 50 minutes, not even 40 minutes left of the stream. And unfortunately, this part takes the longest. So, trying to get there so we can drop this load off, pick up another one, possibly, if we have time, deliver another one back here. But I am really pressed for time today, unfortunately. I even forgot about an appointment with a friend that I completely forgot about, just because of everything going on. So I feel bad for that. Tried calling him, didn't answer. Well, it is what it is. Watch the road. Straight. Oh, it gets a little dicey up here. is quicker. Oh. Hit the bumper. I forgot about this. Forgot about this. There we go. That would burn a diesel. Hey, check. Corner coming up. I feel like I'm playing Motherhood or something like that. Mine is getting stuck. There we go. Coming a little hot. There we go. Let's see where they want it. They want it in the same spot? They do. Every single time. that fence wasn't there, it'd be so much easier for this truck. Again, I'm kind of rushing this too. I'm not really taking my time. Okay. Got one more. I got one more in me. I know we're not going to be done with it, but that's all I got. By the time we get there and make the delivery, the street, I won't have enough time anymore. So we'll just do this. That we went. Almost got airborne. Rocks. The bumper. That's what I get for rushing. I might do the last delivery And, well, not during the stream. I'm thinking what I'll do is the last deliveries I will record and then upload on a separate video. Just because I won't have enough time to do the last one. I can take my time a little bit more with that. The event doesn't end till early November anyway. I think the 14th or something like that. So I gotta look at the time. That's for the fun of it. There we go. All right. Yeah, I was just thinking of some ideas that I can do for that video. Um, so we're not going to end up finishing the event in this stream. We'll make this the last delivery, and then we'll call it. I got some stuff I got to take care of this evening, and then go into a Halloween party tonight. So because of all that stuff, we're not going to be able to do everything I wanted to do, which is fine. Not much I can really do about it. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And then you guys can look forward to that video coming out probably sometime next week, probably late next week. So I'll record it probably this weekend or early next week, and then upload it a couple days later. And I kind of can get a little bit more creative with the video. I think it'd be pretty neat. Well, at least what I'm thinking of. That way I'm also not rushed doing it too. Yeah, that's gonna be exciting. So only I have 2 more deliveries to go. One there, one back, and we'll be done. So that video will be covering it. But most of the event was done on stream between today and yesterday. Yesterday was a really long stream in comparison to today. Even today is kind of going onward. Just almost 3.5 hours. So yesterday I think we went for 6, almost 6.5 hours. That was a long stream. So. And for someone who doesn't really stream a whole lot, that is a really long time to be sitting in a chair. So I kind of also need a little bit of a break, a couple days of a break, and I'll record the rest of the event and upload it. I'll upload it in a unique way. Probably won't have any commentary during the video like I normally do. But I kind of want to showcase this event because it's really cool. I really like what SES did to give the uniqueness of this event. It's very similar to the Christmas event, the Winterland, World of Winterland. I really liked that one. That was really fun. I kind of wish I knew how to edit better back then before doing all this, but or before doing that one, but it is what it is. Hopefully this event this year for Christmas will be just as good, and that I can showcase a little bit more. Doing a mix, perhaps what I did for this event, it's kind of like doing most of it during a live stream, and then the rest, like the last one, I finish up. But even then, like, I think it might be better if I do it different way. I don't know. We'll have to see, because if they use the same thing, I got some ideas with that too. So, and I'm also going to be, for that event, I'm thinking of switching it out. Instead of using the Kenworth like I did last year, I'll do the Peterbilt 379. The John Ruda. No, it's not John Ruda. Not John Ruda. The Roland 389. That's what I was thinking of. So I'll probably end up using that. I used that about 2 years ago for the Christmas event. I have a couple of pictures of that on Discord. But I really like that truck. I like the modifications. If SES ever decides to release a tuning pack for the 389, then it'd be probably just as good. I don't like even that's why I stick with the Kenworth so much, is because they have that tuning pack. You can really customize everything on it. The one thing I do wish that they would change is that front bumper, because I like the bumper that we have on there, but you can't customize the light nodes, and I really wish you could. That's what I like about the Roland 389, is because you can customize, like, you can literally decide how many lights you want on your truck and how many you don't. Like, everything is customizable on that. So that's probably my favorite truck. It's a Roland 389, just because of the amount of customization. You can have a very clean looking truck with minimal chicken lights if you so wish, or you can have as many as you want, which I've experienced. Plus, then they got the dual revs. That's also cool lighting setup. I played with that a little bit. So let's go ahead and make this final delivery here. Like how we are set up, but it's fine. Let's pull in this way. I stalled it. And you can tell by the trees, it definitely looks like it's more fall. Like we're in the end of October. Definitely like that. So shout out to Grimes. Wonderful mod. Definitely increases the immersion, especially doing an event like this. Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that. Slow, straighten out. I really like that you can toggle that zoom now. especially for looking at that blind side mirror. I'm gonna push the trailer a little bit more. I'm gonna pull out just a little bit and straighten up. There we go, that's better. There we go. We'll disconnect our trailer. Alrighty. So 13 out of 15. Not quite finished with it, but we're out of time. It is what it is. We tried our best. But it gives me an opportunity to do something a little bit different too, which is nice. See how that looks. Make that idea real quick. Oh, we got a little bit of time. I need to move the truck. Might help if I release park brake. I'm gonna face the other way too. See how this looks. There we go. And then we're gonna upload that to World of Trucks. Probably replace this one. There we go. So that is going to be it for this stream, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. It was definitely a lot of fun to be able to do all that. We didn't quite finish the event, but like I said, I'll record the last 2 deliveries off stream and then upload them to YouTube in a separate video so you guys can enjoy that. Thank you for everyone who tuned in. Appreciate all of you. Be sure to leave a like and also subscribe if you have not already. I'll catch you guys down the road in the next one.